Hey listeners, welcome to Tetsuo Tells a Story. I'm Tetsuo. Thank you for joining in and listening to the stories I tell as we head into 2021. This episode is about a student's field trip to Thailand. The original writer is someone anonymous. However, link to the story is in the description below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Tetsuo Tells a Story on YouTube and podcast providers such as Anchor and Spotify. Let's get on with this scary story about a field trip to Thailand. Story titled Dorm 4D. Hey guys, I have a nice story that might perk your interest. When I was in 9th grade, I went to school in Hong Kong. For our annual trip, we went to Thailand, to some rural little campground with dorms. Every year, my school went to this particular camp. It was conveniently located for the activities that the school annually planned. However, those students in higher grades always said that the dorm 4D was haunted. As luck would have it, I was assigned to dorm 4D with 7 other classmates. When we arrived on the first day, it was pretty fine. We did some hiking, rock climbing, your standard outdoor camp bullshit. During our free time period, I was pretty worn out. I'm not much of a physically active person, so I decided to head back to my dorm and finish off my Harry Potter books. When suddenly, in the corner of my eye, I could swear that I saw someone peering through the window of the dorm. As soon as I glanced up, however, the figure vanished. However, the shrubs just outside the window were still slightly rustling, almost like who or whatever it was had just taken off. I disregarded as someone who was just being overly curious, so I continued reading my books. After us kids had dinner, we headed back to our dorms and started fooling around. Before you continue to listen to this story, please see the picture of the floor layout in the video or the link in the description below. We were sitting in the common area playing cards and shit. It was rather late. I'd say around 11 p.m. by now, so it was past curfew. Teachers were going around to check that people were in their dorm rooms, and it was lights out by midnight. As we were playing cards, all of us thought we could hear someone faintly humming, a high-pitched voice, like a kid's voice, coming from the bathroom. If you ever tried talking aloud in the bathroom, you know your voice sort of echoes. Well, the humming voice had that kind of effect, so we thought it was coming from the bathroom. I went to check the bathroom, but there was nothing there. As soon as I came within, say, 15 feet of the door, the voice would stop. Freaky, I thought. But as we were all in a big group of 8, we weren't that worried. So after lights out, we were pretty much burnt out. We all decided to turn in. This is when it really starts to go down. It was almost 12:45 a.m. when I heard a startled yelling coming from the other room. I rushed outside my door with Andrew, my bunkmate, and we bumped into the other guys in the dorm. They were all peeping out from their rooms at the same time. The guys in room 2 were looking really panicked. We asked what was wrong, and Steve, one of the dudes, said that he saw a figure in a long red gown walking briskly past the open doorway. Obviously, we found no such figure in the door. Now, Steve was a big and athletic guy, around 6'2" at the time of the incident. He's always been the hard ass when it comes to sports, and really outgoing. It was pretty freaky for him to be the one getting scared like that, so we were all pretty unsettled. Coming around 2 a.m., we were all suddenly startled again, that we all ran out and met in the common area. It seems like there was some maniacal laughter coming from the corridor outside. And there was a clanging, like there was someone holding something metallic and banging it against the walls. The noise seemed to come closer to our door, louder and louder, until it suddenly stopped. By this time, we were ready to bail, pretty fucking scared. We all decided to pull up our bed sheets, clearing the living room, and camp as a whole in the middle of the dorm. It wasn't until 4 a.m. that some weird shit went down again. We were all pretty much passed out by this point, but we were all awoken by a strange thumping sound that seemed to come from the room. It was almost as if someone was walking on the floor, because the thumps went from above my room to above the second room and down to the third and then the fourth rooms. We decided to head outside to see if we could see anything on the roof. Grabbing our flashlights and phones, we went out as a hunch. First, we checked the roof. Nothing. We went around to check if there was anything that could lead up to the roof, that someone could climb. We found a large drain pipe that was running along the window where I thought I saw the figure. However, it didn't really have enough foothold for anyone to climb. I did notice something strange though. The window where I thought I saw the figure was really, really dirty. However, there was a strange set of 5 lines, almost as if someone dragged their hands down the window, displacing some of the dirt. Also, the drain pipe had caused the ground around the window to be fairly damp and muddy. Anyone who had been there would have left prints or marks of some sort. I did not see any prints other than my own, which struck me as weird or strange. We decided to head back down to our room and tell the teachers about it when we next saw them. However, when we got there, we saw the most freakiest shit of all. All of our bedsheet that we had removed and gathered in the middle of the room had been pulled towards the bathroom. It seemed as if they were being pulled halfway through the bathroom door. Then the door had been closed on the sheets, leaving them caught in the door. Freaked out beyond belief at this point, we decided to have shifts between the 8 of us, as we had to burn more hours until 8 a.m. when we could head out for breakfast. This we did, and for the rest of the night, it seemed fine. The next day, we met the teachers in the cafeteria, and we told them of what happened the night before. The teachers listened patiently, understanding from the seriousness of our face that we were not kidding around. One of the teachers, Mr. Benton, said that he heard faint banging and stomping sounds coming from the direction of our dorm. Another, Mrs. Westwood, said she thought several times in the night that a figure was walking outside her window. It was agreed that we all moved to a different location, and later on that day, we boarded a bus to go to a different campsite. Before leaving, Steve and I went to talk to the caretaker of the campground and asked him about the particular events. What he told us freaked us out big time. He said that a little girl had been playing around and she saw the big drain pipe leading up to the roof. She climbed the drain pipe and got up to the roof. The roof, however, was slanted and wet from the rain and humidity. She slipped, fell, and broke her neck landing right outside the window where I thought I saw the figure. Her mother, one of the maintenance staff at the time, was so distressed that she went near insane, locking herself in the bathroom and humming incoherently for the whole day. Then, around 3 a.m. the same night, she ran, laughing hysterically, through the corridor, climbed up the roof, the same pipe, and jumped, killing herself in the process. That's the first, and hopefully the last time, I go to Thailand. Thanks everyone for listening in on this field trip story. 2020 is coming to an end, and I hope 2021 has amazing things in store for you. If you enjoyed this story, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Tetsuo Tells a Story. Do you have a story to tell? Let me know and I can read it to the world. See you next year in the next episode. Thanks.